Morning, fam. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah on Mix 101.5. I'm Kyle, Brian here, Sarah as well. Spectacular week in front of us. There is one day where there might be a little rain tomorrow. But either way, today going to be in the mid-60s. Enjoy it, whatever you get yourself into. In the meantime, what is that thing that you realized in life, but it was much later on in life that you realized it, and when it hit you, you're like, oh my God, how did I make it to 35 years of age, and I now just realized this? Sarah had quite the moment last week at this event that we went to.
I was like, where is he going with
Sarah was like, how did I not realize this is what they're actually used for, Sarah?
Okay.
What an awesome moment for me to witness right next to you as you had that realization.
Okay. It makes sense what I thought they were for. So whenever you watch like a president speaking or somebody famous speaking at a podium, they always have these stands next to them with these square, clear squares on either side of them. And they're positioned right by their head. So I thought they were bulletproof glass, especially because I always see them with political people. So that's what I thought it was. So we went to this event, this radio event in New York, and they had those. And I was like, man, they're taking
themselves
seriously.
very serious.
Sarah's anxiety is, oh, man.
And then as I continued to watch the show that we were at, I was like, oh, wait a minute. They're referring to them. These are teleprompters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's a magnifying glass,
Had no idea.
It magnifies
screen.
a screen that's behind.
Had no idea.
You're not alone. I also thought that the first time
Did you
I saw
really?
them.
Thank
yes, many. Forever ago.
Oh,
no,
well.
I'm kidding. But I did. The first thing I thought, same exact
Well, it makes sense.
logic because of the positioning.
Yeah, it's right
and
by
you don't
their head.
see any words on the screen
Exactly.
ever. So you never think it's a teleprompter right off the bat, at least when I first saw them popping up.
It was a fun experience for me to look to my left. I was sitting next to Sarah, and for her to realize in that moment, these aren't shields. They're massive magnifying glasses to read what's in front of me on the floor below.
Had no idea.
That was good. All right, with that, what is that for you? And obviously, you can't take too much shame from Brian, who just realized what the arrow means on the
gas tank.
Yes, on
That'll
your car.
change your life right there.
That's
Really
where you
stunning.
put the gas hose.
Wait a second.
It's the side the gas tank's
What?
on.
All right, with that, we have Cindy with us right now. What was your life realization much later in life, Cindy?
I was a very gullible child. My mother used to tell me that if it was taking too long to get food from a restaurant, that they must have had to go out back and catch the chicken.
No.
So, yeah, I was probably about 14, 15, somewhere in there before I realized that there was no way every restaurant had a little farm hiding behind it. I mean, and we could even drive around the building as a kid, and apparently object permanence wasn't a thing because we could drive around the building, and I'd be like, well, the farm must be around here somewhere.
It's on the roof.
That's why when you're at
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, the line is so long because they're out there just butchering.
Ringing
Yes,
necks.
they had to go grab the chicken. Yep,
That's
it took
really
me
funny.
way too long to realize that they weren't doing that.
That is hilarious.
That is unbelievable. But I get it. Like if you hear these things when you're 5 or 6, of course your brain's going
sure.
to believe that. Hey, thank you for calling. Have a good day.
Thank you. You all too.
Wait a second, Dad. They're not actually going out back to catch a chicken for what we're about to eat here in this moment?
Oh, dear
What?
God. If that was true, they should set up seating by where that happens. Seeing a bunch of workers trying to catch chickens all day.
My mom told me that the cat we had that was old as dirt, she drove it up to a farm in upstate New York once. And then I realized later
What it actually
It wasn't a
meant,
farm, it was a
Sad.
ranch.
there was no farm.
I know. You really, man, that's a
It was an
tough one.
apartment?
That's a tough one.
I was in an
A
apartment
condo?
when I figured it out. I was like
Have you
15.
guys-
What was it?
Have you guys ever seen those invisible prank videos? Kind of these
Yes.
things that you realize later in life where it's usually like the younger brother or younger sister. It's usually the
Yes.
youngest kid in the room where they put the blanket or a sheet over the kid. And when they pull it back, they make it seem like the kid disappeared and they
Yes.
can't see him. They only hear his voice or her voice. And a lot of times in these videos, they're like, oh my God, this poor 10-year-old kid really feels like nobody can actually see him in this moment because he or she is only like 10 years old and doesn't know any better. Sorry.
And some of them start crying.
I know. It's unbelievable.
I thought about doing it to Luca because my 8-year-old, because I just have a feeling he would take his clothes off and like start doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He would be the kid. Nobody can see me. Let's get naked.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to
Wow,
be able to see
taking
me do
advantage
this.
of
The
this
silliest
moment.
man alive.
Oh,
This is,
my
of course,
God.
that's what he's going to
Sorry,
do.
the whole invisible prank thing, that's where my mind went after hearing that conversation. All right, with that,